In this video, I'm going to show you how you could live an $8,000 per month lifestyle with only less than $2,000. Hey, what's going on? My name is Chris Liu and I'm the creator of wealthawesome.com. At the start of 2019, I was living in Vancouver, which is the most expensive city in Canada. By the end of the year, I left Canada in order to work on my online businesses and travel the world. The experience really opened my eyes to the fantastic lifestyle that you could live at for a fraction of what it would cost in Canada. So it got me wondering, what would this lifestyle of mine here in Asia cost in Canada? So I did a comparison and I chose the city I'm currently staying at, which is in Da Nang, Vietnam. I chose to compare it to Vancouver, Canada. So the first thing I compared was how much does it cost to rent an apartment with a maid. In Da Nang, Vietnam, or Southeast Asia, it's about $440 a month. Downtown Vancouver, it'll cost you $2,360 a month. I recently did an apartment tour video which shows the type of place in Da Nang that you can live at for $400 a month. It's in a prime location, about 500 square feet with modern furnishings and steps away from a beautiful beach. It's actually the apartment I'm staying at right now. It also comes with a maid service twice a week. That's included in that price. And utilities cost about $40 per month. Compare that with a one-bedroom apartment in a prime location in downtown Vancouver, and that's gonna cost you at least $1,800 a month for anything decently sized. Utilities will be a similar cost at around $50 a month. A maid service will cost around $70 per visit, so that's $140 for twice a week of cleaning. For a maid to come to your apartment for 4 weeks in a month, that will cost around $560, which is more than what my rent will cost here. So that's why the total cost is almost $2,400 per month for that. The next thing I compared was eating at restaurants every single meal. So here in Da Nang, Southeast Asia, it cost me about $600 a month. In Vancouver, it'll cost $2,250 a month. Eating out here is so cheap and the food is so amazing, I dine out every single meal. There's of course amazing Vietnamese food, but you'd be surprised at the selection of different types of variety of food. I regularly go to Korean, Japanese, Indian, Greek, Italian, Chinese, or a bunch of other Western style restaurants all the time, and the quality is really top notch. Best of all is the price. You could get an incredible Vietnamese meal, such as a banh mi or pho, for $1 or $2. I like to eat healthier Western food mostly, so my meals range from around $3 to $8 Canadian. There's also no restaurant sales tax or tipping in Vietnam, which isn't part of their culture. I remember trying to tip the first few times I ate out here, and the waiter ran out with the money to hand to me because he thought I forgot it. So in all, I spend about $20 a day on food, and that's eating out every single meal. So that's on average about $600 per month. In Vancouver, to eat out 3 meals per day would cost way more than this. On average, you gotta include taxes and tip if you're going to a restaurant every meal, if you were to eat out breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It would probably average around $25 a meal, and that's just kind of a rough calculation that I made, including taxes, tips, and also drinks. So that's around $75 a day, which works out to about $2,250 per month for food. Transportation. Southeast Asia will cost around $140 a month. Vancouver is about $770 a month. I bought a motorbike here for about $1,500 and it's super cheap to maintain and operate. The cost of insurance is $10 a month and fuel costs are around $30 a month only. I also included maintenance and depreciation costs on my vehicle, which is around $50 a month. Throughout Southeast Asia, there's also a service called GrabCar, which is their version of Uber. It's insanely cheap to use also. A 15-minute cab ride from the airport cost me around $7 only. I use Grab whenever I need to use a car. For if I need to transport things or if I know I'll be drinking somewhere and don't want to ride my motorcycle. So in all, I spend about $50 a month on Grab, so my total costs are really low. In Vancouver, the cost of owning a car is really high, much higher than Alberta where I used to live. My insurance cost there was $220 a month and I had a spotless driving record. Fuel costs were sky high and I was spending around $250 a month on gas. Plus the depreciation and maintenance costs of my vehicle was around $300 a month. is what I calculated. Drinks. So in Southeast Asia, I spend around $20 a month on drinks. Vancouver, I spend $200 a month. I'm not a huge drinker and have maybe around 4 to 5 drinks per week. I mostly like doing it because of the social aspect of it. A beer here costs around $1 at the bar or restaurant here in Da Nang. So I really only spend about 20 bucks a month on drinks. In Vancouver, I'd go out to bars and restaurants, and with all the taxes and tip, you're looking at spending at least $10 for a beer. So it's 10 times as expensive to drink in Vancouver than it is here in Da Nang, which is pretty outrageous. So I was averaging around 200 bucks a month going out for drinks in Canada. Vacations. Southeast Asia, $500 for a week. Vancouver, $2,000. I recently went out on a trip for 7 nights to Dalat for a week-long getaway. And Dalat's a beautiful mountain town in South Vietnam. I rented a motorbike and explored around to waterfalls and beautiful mountaintops. Also did a lot of hiking and ate out every meal at nice restaurants, plus went to the night markets at nighttime. Flights were really cheap at around $60 for a round trip, and for a really nice hotel, it was $40 a night. In total, I spent around $500 on a trip for 7 nights. Compare that to 7 nights in a place like Whistler. If you're spending money at a nice hotel, plus if you're doing fun things and going out for nice restaurants, plus lift tickets for exploring the mountains, or renting motorbikes or mountain bikes, you're looking at over $2,000 easily. And that's without even flying out somewhere. So the weather. Weather in Southeast Asia, I think, is priceless. What price would you put on fantastic weather? There's no more scraping snow off my windshield or the minus 30 degrees that I'd experienced while I was living in Calgary and Edmonton. Here in Da Nang, I can go to the beach 10 months out of the year, with the other 2 being the rainy season. Sure, there are downsides. It gets too hot or rainy during some seasons, but the beauty of being able to work location independently and having online businesses that I have is that I can go somewhere with nicer weather whenever I want. The 25% rule. So all these calculations are rough estimates. It's kind of a back of a napkin type of analysis I did here. So in total, I got a price of $7,580 a month for Canada versus $1,680 per month for a similar lifestyle in Da Nang. My costs here in Asia are 22% of what they would be in Canada for the same type of lifestyle. And that sounds about right to me throughout all of Southeast Asia. As a rule of thumb, I've estimated about a 25% rule for most countries here in Southeast Asia. So the rule is most things here are about a quarter of what they cost in Canada. So there are downsides of living in Asia. I don't want to boil everything down to just the cost of things. There's of course a lot of things I miss about Canada. I miss playing hockey, the cleanliness of the city, there's less pollution, less crowded areas, and there's no language barrier for me. Plus the infrastructure is way better. Healthcare here in Da Nang is actually decent. I got an x-ray here because I thought I broke my hand, and it went flawlessly with a doctor who spoke perfect English. I also got some dental checkups here and cleanings, and they're super cheap. And the dentists seem pretty legit. Of course, if I ever had a serious health problem, I would definitely fly back to Canada, as the healthcare there is probably way better. For now though, I love the lifestyle and the excitement of living in Asia, plus the freedom it brings me to build my business. Also the lifestyle that I get to experience at a very low cost. And I can't wait to start traveling again. 2020 has been kind of a rough year, but I'm definitely planning to travel, hopefully to at least 5 different countries in 2021 here. Alright guys, so if you liked the video, make sure you like and subscribe. I'll be putting out content once every week at least. And make sure you check out my blog, wealthawesome.com. It goes into way more detail in this. It's one of the leading personal finance blogs in Canada, and I go over a lot more money topics and tips. If you're interested, make sure you check it out. And as always, thanks for listening.